I have a 14-year-old daughter that's going on 27.
27 is not a good age,
And
actually.
she's really smart. She's funny. She's outgoing. The problem is she's beautiful.
And that's a problem. Why?
Okay, so we're not even 2 weeks into the school year, and she has a variety of potential suitors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all she really has to do at this point, if she wanted to, is pick one, but she's kind of toying them along.
As you do.
And she apparently is enjoying that. Is that a hobby of girls? To just talk to different guys and just kind of make them think I'm a little interested, but not really, kind of.
I don't know. I mean, at 14, I didn't know that. No,
Yeah.
At 14, I didn't know boys liked me.
Yeah, well, she is. They're making it very clear. They're making it very clear that they like her. One of them asked her on Monday if he could give her a ride home from band.
How old is he?
He was 14. He said, no, he can't be 14 because he must be 16. I didn't even think of that. God, why did I think of that?
So he's older.
But we've known this boy for a long time. I mean, he's been around since she was in elementary school. And, it's just a little kid friend, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Coming to birthday parties and that sort of stuff.
So that's not, I mean, I wouldn't think anything about that.
I mean, at least I know the boy. Well, I didn't realize that I knew the boy. And I was like, nope, no. But it's just 3 minutes. I don't care.
Oh, it can happen in 3 minutes.
3 minutes. A lot can go on in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Ask any teenage boy.
And so last night he asked again, and I realized that I knew the boy. So I was like, okay. But I'm standing out in the driveway. And I stood out in the driveway and I saw them when they pulled out of the road that the high school is on. And I'm like, there they are. I'm just standing there watching as they come all the way up the road and pull in the driveway. And then they pull in the driveway and I walk over the driver's side. I'm like, good to see you again. He's like, yes, sir. And he's, yes, sir. White knuckles on the steering wheel. I'm like, thanks for being careful. He's like, yes, sir. And then Avery got out of the car and said, that was the most awkward car ride I've ever been in.
They all are.
She was like, it was so weird.
It is so weird.
We didn't say a word.
You don't. I hated it.
And I was like, yay, maybe she won't want to do it anymore then.
No, you don't want to do it, but you have to do it.
Yeah. Why do you have to?
Because I mean, I don't know. I think it was my freshman year and I went to homecoming with a junior. And when he brought me home, I like jumped out of the car while it was still rolling. Because it's the most awkward time and feeling. And it's going to happen. He's going to lean over. It just sucks.
Because you don't want, wait, what are you talking about? Lean over. He's going to kiss her?
Well, I mean, that's, usually that's what you're afraid that's going to happen.
Yes, I'm afraid that's going to happen.
Well, so is the girl if she doesn't like him. Well, even if she does like him. I mean, I remember it vividly. I liked the guy. And he was 2 years older. He was cool. I was like, yeah, I'm going to homecoming with him. Then you get in the car and it's like, oh no, it's going to happen. He's going to get in my driveway and there's going to be this awkward moment. And whether you want to do it or not, it's just still awkward. So I jumped out of a moving car so I wouldn't have to do it.
Well, at least you didn't get injured. How fast was he going? Like blowing by at 70 miles an hour.
No, it was
tuck and roll, Danny Bruns. Tuck and roll.
Anything to get out of a kiss. Anything but the first kiss, please no.
That is terrifying. So I did that. Do you think I did the right thing? I mean, standing out in the driveway like a crazy man. It wasn't like a crazy man. I was just standing there. It's my property after all.
I guess, yeah. I mean.
And I sit outside. I sit out in the carport anyway, like a lot. So anytime anybody brings her home, I'm going to be sitting there, most likely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just really nervous about this whole situation, man. This whole teenage daughter. I got 5 kids. I got 4 of them are boys. So I don't even know.
You don't even know where to start.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
I can't remember my parents. I remember one time that a guy came to the door to pick me up. One time. And I hated every second of that. And he did too. And so did my parents. The whole thing was just
awkward.
Yeah. So every other time it was just like, I'll meet you out there. I'll meet you. I don't know. I just don't remember the traditional come meet the parents pickup date thing happening.
Yeah, I just feel like I need to let him know I'm paying attention. You know what I mean? Is that territorial or, I mean?
I don't know. I just don't remember any of this. happening?
Has anybody got all girls? 901-535-9898 and survived. That's the key thing. All girls and survived. I need your advice.
Hey, my daddy had, there's there's four of us, but my daddy had four girls. So the whole meet the parents thing, usually he tried to be not there when we got picked up on dates for the first time. Well, daddy was really protective over his girls, and just, it was just really weird for him. And he was scared, and yeah, because you know how teenage boys are. Well, it was funny because I really didn't have like anything like that until I was 15, and my first boyfriend was 18. Well, see, that's how my daddy felt, but my mom had to sit there and remind him, hey, there's only 3 years difference, and that's the difference between me and you. Right. Well, why? My name is Catherine. Oh no, he didn't want to be there for any of it because it just, it's his little girl. You don't want to sit there and witness that stuff. But here's one thing that actually saved that boy. He was 18 and had a 10 o'clock curfew. I am 15 with a midnight curfew. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, no, that ended for like a whole other reasons, and yeah. No. All right, thank y'all.
Hey man, I got all girls. Well, my oldest is 20. My middle daughter is going to be 18. My youngest is 10. So when my oldest started dating, and the first couple of boys she brought over was, friends from school and stuff. Anyway, I would look them in the eye and like, hey, this is my baby girl, and I'm not afraid to go back to prison. Yeah, they didn't stick around too long after that. Oh yeah, she only let me do that twice. Yeah. And the middle daughter's like, I'm not bringing anybody by. Yeah, she's like, I'm not bringing anybody by. Yeah, exactly. I told him, I said, I'm going to wind up buying a pair of orange scrubs and some little white deck shoes next time I meet one of your boys. See ya.
My 14-year-old daughter got her first car ride with a boy.
Riding in cars with boys.
Just the two of them from home from band the other day. And it was a 3-minute ride because I live literally 3 blocks from the high school, but it was probably the most stressful 3 minutes I've had in quite a while
Really?
because I'm just terrified. I know how I was at 16.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need to know. She said it was the most awkward car ride
It
of her
always
life.
is. They're the worst.
I was very pleased. I hope that trend continues. 901-535-9898. Good morning.
My daddy had 4 girls,
Oh.
so the whole meet the parents thing. Usually he tried to be not there when we got picked up on dates.
Really? Why is that, you reckon?
Well, Daddy was really protective over his girls, and just it was just really weird for him, and he was scared, and yeah, because you know how teenage boys are.
Yeah, I know. That's what bothers me.
Well, it was funny because I really didn't have like anything like that until I was 15, and my first boyfriend was 18.
Oh, that sounds like you may as well say he's like 30.
That's how my daddy felt. But my mom had to sit there and remind him, hey, there's only 3 years difference. And that's the difference between me and you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean that's what you have to get over, because if you dated, I mean, if I was a sophomore dated a senior, it was 15 and 18. It just was, and we did.
Right.
You did.
But you can't let a sophomore date a senior, can you?
Why?
I don't know. How can you
Why?
stop them? I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't. I mean, my grandfather or my grandmother had 4 sisters, so it was 5 of them, and her father. The stories they would tell about these guys coming to pick up the daughters were just hilarious, because he had his favorite armchair and one of the arms fell off of it, and he'd put it back up every time, and he'd tell the young man to come in and you can sit in my chair, and then the thing would fall off, and they'd watch the guy just panic. And we never had those kind of things happen. Like, what's your name?
My name is Catherine.
Catherine. Yeah, I'm like you. I don't remember these boys coming in and meeting my dad, or my dad there when they got dropped off. It just never happened.
Oh, no, he didn't want to be there for any of it, because it just, it's his little girl. You don't want to sit there and witness that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to, but I kind of feel like I kind of feel obligated to.
Look, my dad looked at me and said, "Don't be a whore," and I wasn't. End of discussion. We
Okay.
didn't worry about the boys.
All right.
You worry about the girl.
Okay.
And if she's a whore, then you got problems.
Then
If
you
she's
got a
not,
problem.
then you're good.
Okay.
It's pretty simple.
Okay. I'm overthinking it then.
Yeah. Just tell Avery, don't be a whore.
Okay.
Respect yourself.
That's a good
And
idea.
it doesn't matter what boy she's with,
Yeah.
because she can say no.
God, I love you, Danny.
It's that easy.
You're always able to explain things the way I can understand them.
Hey, man,
Hey, buddy.
I got all girls.
All right. How old are they?
Well, my oldest is 20. My middle daughter is going to be 18. My youngest is 10.
All
So
right.
when my oldest started dating, and the first couple of boys she brought over was, friends from school and stuff. Anyway, I would look them in the eye and like, hey, this is my baby girl, and I'm not afraid to go back to prison.
Can a 75-year-old woman be a whore?
I don't know the answer to that. I guess we'll figure that out just after 8. Can a 75-year-old woman be a slut? I mean, answer that question, Danny.
Blanche was from the Golden Girls.
Was she, or was she just loving life?
She was hanging out at the Rusty Hook, man.
So
Getting her some.
I asked, my mother has this friend, or I don't know if she's if they're very good friends. My mom doesn't seem to like her very much, but they went to the beach back in the spring, and my mom came back complaining about how she was acting, trying to hit on men and all of that jazz. So I thought I'd just ask my mom a simple question: Can a 70-year-old Can a 70-year-old woman be a whore?
Yes.
Okay. You've seen one in action?
Well, not in the
Not in action, but
Yeah.
the effort was
Yeah.
put in. What happened?
Well, goes on a dating site and gets her a 37-year-old man.
Just one?
No, she got her a 35-year-old one. And then her boyfriend's 60.
And she's how old?
She's 75.
And how long in a period of a time did this take place?
Ever since she's been divorced.
And how long is that?
Oh, probably 10, 15 years.
All right. In 10, 15 years, how many different men, if you were to guess, do you think she slept with?
I have no idea.
The way she said that made it sound like it could be an astronomical number.
Well, I have no idea. Am I off here if I say maybe your mom was a little jealous?
No, my mom's not. My mom's not jealous. I'll skip to the end for the.
My husband died 8 years ago. And I hadn't had no man. And I don't want no man.
There it is right there. I ain't worried about it. She went on to say she didn't want to wash anybody else's underwear.
You don't have to if you just sleep around. If you're a whore, you don't have to.
But I mean, my question is, if you're 75 years old, okay, and you were married for a period of time, and now you're not married and you're playing the field, does it make her a whore, or does it make her just living life?
No, you're not a whore at that age. You're living life. What is a whore?
That's my whole thing. I mean, after you get it, I mean, if you enjoy, the company of
I
another,
love that she's getting men under 40. That's I got to meet this chick. I gotta go out with her.
I've never seen her before, but I mean, yeah, is she just living life? I mean, if you like sex, does it make you a whore just because you like sex?
Yeah.
It's
At 75, you can do whatever you want in my book.
Right. That brings me to my next question. You have an elderly relative, and let's say they start cussing more as they get older and they get mean.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? You always say, well, they've earned it. They've, lived a full life, and now they ain't putting up with nobody's crap anymore. Isn't it kind of the same thing?
Yeah. I mean, if you're pulling tail that's 40 years younger than you,
I mean,
go for it.
Are you not killing it?
I don't care if you're a man or a woman.
I mean, are you not killing it at that point?
If it was a dude, you wouldn't be asking this. You'd be like, okay, that 35-year-old woman wants his money. How much money she got? She rich?
No, that I don't know.
Oh, I bet she is.
I bet now that you mention it, she's probably got a lot of money.
She's a whore.
And pulling 35-year-old tail.
I think it's awesome. You go, girl.
Get it done. You have assigned seats in your house?
We do at the dinner table.
At the dinner table, yeah, everybody kind of just sits in the same spot. But are they assigned or are they just where everybody sits all the time?
The girls would say they're assigned.
Okay.
Get out of my seat. Yeah.
That is my chair, Dadgummit. The 2/3 of people in America have assigned seats in their homes, and most people say they're very passionate about their spot. In fact, more than half would feel uncomfortable sitting anywhere else.
We both have the recliner.
Same recliner?
Yep.
You fight over it?
Nope.
Whoever's there first got it.
Yeah, we don't watch TV together. So we don't
okay.
ever have the problem.
Oh. I've recently lost my spot.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. My spot was right in front of the coffee table, right in front of the TV, lined up perfectly until Margot hurt her ankle. And then she had to sit there because it was her right ankle and prop her foot up on the coffee table because you got to keep your foot up, you know.
Right.
So her spot on the other side was in a little more. So it was weird to get her foot up. And now her foot's fine. And I've lost my spot. Yep.
Does it bother you?
Kind of sometimes.
So do you have to turn your head to watch the TV?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't like it. I
I
don't like it.
moved the couch.
There's really nowhere else to put it. These numbers are backed up by another poll that says 63% of people said that when they eat dinner at home, they generally sit in the same place. I stand up and eat at the counter because other people are sitting at the table usually.
Oh, there's not room for you?
No, there's not. We've got the table pushed up against the window, so it'll only fit 3 chairs of the supposed 5, and I just stand up there and eat anyway. I like to stand up and eat. My dad did that, and I never thought it was weird. I started doing it, and then when I got married, Mark was like, "Why do you do that? That's weird." I'm like, "Oh, just do."
Yeah, I stand up and eat at work, but I would say, when we have meetings and stuff, it's somewhat of assigned seats at the conference table.
It's kind of, yeah. It's just to go in there and sit in the same place every time.
Every time.
I don't think that if we sat somewhere different, anybody would say anything though.
They would.
Really?
Yeah. Well, people would feel odd. I've done it before in meetings.
Oh, we should totally do that.
Yeah. Just switch it up next week and you'll see that people will get uncomfortable. They can't deal.
Like if you and I sit on opposite sides of the table from what we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love a good experiment.
Watch people's reactions.
I love a good social experiment. Makes me wish that we had a meeting today.
I know. Do we not?
Well, we could do that with our podcast.
We have a podcast today.
You could sit over there, and I could sit where you usually sit.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay,
it's gonna confuse Ditch and Ross so bad. We do a podcast every Wednesday, and we upload it on our website 981themax.com on Wednesdays, and
just go to podcast, and there they are.
And you won't believe some of the stuff that we reveal on it. I can't believe it when we're done that we talk about.
I know a lot of times there's secrets revealed that we can't say on the air. And it's like, why? Oh, wow. So I actually said that. I hope my mom doesn't listen to that.
Now, back to the chairs. It may not just be chairs. It may be bowls or plates and things that can't be out of place in your house that drive people nuts. Like, are your bowls in one place in the cabinet? And if you switched them around, would that just totally mess with someone?
Oh, yeah. Margot would go completely crazy. She would want to know who did it. Because justice would need to be served.
All right, we're going to go home and we're going to move our cabinets around and video this. 901-535-9898. What bothers you or your spouse or someone you know about seats? Anything. Seats, chairs, tables.
The OCD-ery in your house.
Yes.
Let's have it.
Hey, I was just calling about the whole sitting thing. So I know you guys were talking about like assigned seats and stuff. I used to live with my grandparents growing up, and I would always at dinner sit beside the window. Everybody else had to sit around the table, and I sat by the window. Now, whenever I visit them, they don't have that seat there anymore, and it bothers me every time I go over there to eat with them. Right. You used to be able to sit there and eat and go look at the squirrels or whatever. And now I can't do that. I know. Winston, y'all have a good one.
How you like Bob Ross? Is he? Would you call yourself a fan of the PBS painter named Bob Ross?
You'd have to say all of that for me to know who it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you just said Bob Ross, I think somebody did last week, and I was like, who?
Afro guy.
Yeah,
Got the curly hair
and he painted the paintings, and he had happy little accidents. He was this guy.
and the happy trees.
Let's decide. Maybe there's a happy tree, evergreen tree. He lives right there. Start with just touching the canvas. Use just the corner of the brush, just the corner, and begin pushing, making the bristles bend slightly downward. Look at that. Isn't that a nice little tree?
A beautiful
And he
tree.
lives right here in this brush.
Just lives there.
All you have to do is sort of push him out.
So everybody would always say happy trees and happy accidents. I think my husband's got a T-shirt with it.
Right.
I didn't watch him.
It's really, I mean, I've only watched him when I was sick and wanted to go to sleep. It's the only time I'll actually seek it out. But I remember it being on. My mom liked to paint and she enjoyed watching it and trying to paint along and stuff. But there's a documentary coming out August 25th called Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal, and Greed. Ooh,
I want to. If you watch the, they put a trailer out that said we want to show you the trailer, but we can't.
Oh,
And it's coming out on Netflix in 1 week, 25th. I know what I'm going to do. I've already marked my calendar
I know. I
because
can't
I
wait.
don't really care about Bob Ross.
But when you throw in greed and betrayal,
Oh, and a fro.
I mean, wow. Do you know he was in the military?
No.
Crazy. And he wasn't always that laid back. He was a staff sergeant or master sergeant or something like that, screaming at people. He hated that haircut too.
Yeah, I don't blame him for hating that haircut.
Apparently, he got hornswoggled into using that haircut to be his signature, to be,
His logo.
his logo, his look. And he wanted to cut it years later, but couldn't because then nobody would
Know who he
recognize
is.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff. That happened with Joey Solopek on Fox 13 Weather with the bow tie. He wore it one time, and they said the corporate office was like, "You're going to wear that every day."
Ugh,
Then a new corporate office came in the last year and said, "You're going to take that off."
I'm so glad he took it off.
What happened to me? I said, "It's Friday, bitches," once 15 years ago, and look at me.
And corporate said you have to do that every Friday.
My boss did, not my.
Bob Ross did that show completely for free.
What's PBS?
Right. He never made a dime off the show.
Look at his outfits. You could tell he was not making any money.
He's not making no money. He made money off selling paints and paintbrushes and stuff. The Bob Ross painting supplies, instructional books, and all that jazz.
So where's the betrayal and greed? I want to. What is it
I
then?
don't know.
I really did not care about Bob Ross as much as I do right now. And for a week, we have to wait.
I know it's going to be stressful.
Are we going to wake up an hour early to watch it? I will.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Just watch it here.
Why not?
Everybody else watches TV while they do work because they haven't come back yet.
Oh, snap. Coming up in just a few minutes, a bitter, senseless survey. We'll call a number at random and see if we can get whoever answers the phone to stay on the phone through a series of ridiculous survey questions.